Hello from Athens. How are you all? Oh, somebody said the sweetest words to me this morning. I went by the office, the local office, to pick up some paperwork for my next Smart Tours group, which is arriving on Sunday. And the office was so busy, and I had a chat with my with my sweet boss, my dear boss Nikki, and as I left, a sweet friend, in fact the one that brought me into this job 10 years ago, she picked up my card from a tour. I mean, you know who you are. I'm going to keep you anonymous because anyway, for respect. But she shared the sweetest words with me regarding one of my commentaries. She said she was following, and she said she was a secret admirer, and she touched my heart. Thank you. So here I am. It's a whirl and a twirl, life, is it not? What is it that governs us? Is it the politics, the headlines we read? Is it our own biorhythms? Is it astrology? And what's the collective gloom around? Meaning that so many people going through the same thing. But what's really important is how you are. How you are you. Like from that part of me, that is me. I just say to my group sometimes, we're all a little piece of each other, we really are. And the reason I'm on, besides being on, is I've started a YouTube channel. Yes, posting videos on it really, like the ones I do here, transferring really, but just a collection, where I can be found. And I will give information about that. But the reason I'm here right now is to follow up on the video that I posted from the Kahal Shalom synagogue in Rhodes, right? Taken by a fellow traveller who filmed it, which I can say it's very powerful. It was just, the voice is clear, every word can be heard, and for some reason I was in eloquent flow, and even I was mesmerized when I heard it by the journey, but it cuts short. It cuts short. In the journey, I say to you about Sammy's monumental why, his inability to forgive himself, and my gradual awareness that I, as Granville, or you as you, or any one of us empaths with heart, would embrace him and say, you survived to tell your story. And the aha of it being, I cannot take your grief from you. I cannot remove your pain from you. You have to do that yourself. Forgiveness and healing is that inward journey. So with Sammy, I came to know that. So with Sammy, the most I could do, the all that I could do, was to share his story. As many of you know, I do on Wednesdays, on tour, on the island of Rhodes. But what I want to say to you now is this. In my processing, because I speak it through my eyes, and that's where the universal aspect of this is. You don't need to be Jewish to get this. There's not an entitled hat that anybody wears when we talk about one life story or one life experience. Regardless of which area or path you've come from, which tribe you belong to, it is one story. It's your story. It's my story. It's Sammy's story. So anyway, a few months ago, July, less than, it was his birthday, and he was on Rhodes, and I was on the island of Patmos the day before on the cruise, and I went to this little shop, and he was not on my mind as a gift, but I was mesmerized by this tiny, beautiful, like painting or picture, probably painting of an owl, the symbol of wisdom, in a very small frame. I mean, it was all plasticky and simple, but anyway, I bought it. And the following day when I went to Rhodes, I suddenly thought, I want to give him this. So I gave it to him, wrapped up in this paper, said, Sammy, it's your birthday coming up soon. A small gift from me. And he said, no, I don't accept money. He thought the paper, it was like, it was a small watch. And I laughed and I said, Sammy, it's not. I wish it could be money. It's not. It's not money. And I know you wouldn't accept it. No, it's a little present for your birthday. Bye. See you. And it was only afterwards I realized, in that processing I've done, in the gift he's given to me, is I gave him a gift for a 13-year-old boy. That little owl, that was for a 13-year-old. That's who I've been relating to, Sammy's 13-year-old, since I met him. And why did he choose me? As somebody said once, he chose you. And I was ironic, I was the only one, blah, blah, blah. I didn't see it. Now, though, I do see it. Somehow, as I stand next to Sammy at his age of 89, I'm still standing next to the 13-year-old boy that went on this journey. And he is standing next to my 6-year-old boy. Different life story. Oh my gosh. Different experience of life altogether. But my 6-year-old boy was confused, frightened, and betrayed by being at boarding school, being sent to boarding school in England at the age of 6. So it's my 6-year-old that met Sammy's 13-year-old. And the gift I received is the direction to go to find forgiveness. That very, very personal path that goes within and has to go through a lot of holdings and barrings and grief and pain and shutting down to touch that place that allows you, like Sammy once said, to be the happiest man in the world. Ultimately, Sammy forgave himself for surviving Auschwitz. Our journey, by comparison, is enabled our own journey. Thank you.